Hi, it's Elaine from Penguin Place Crafts. And things look a little different today because it's hot outside. It's really hot. So this is the one room of the house that has a window air conditioning unit. So I cooled it off in here, and I may move the laptop in here and like put the laptop on top of a couple of totes and work in here. There's no desk or anything. I think the dresser is too low to use as a desk. So I'm probably going to figure something out to work in here where it's nice and cool today. Okay, it's Temu Tuesday. I have a few things to show you. I've been playing. Some of these are from Temu sponsored orders, and some of the stuff is from my birthday order. And yeah, some stuff is from a way back order before I was in the Temu influencer program. So there's a little bit of everything. But if you are a new user on the Temu app, you can use that code and get 30% off your order. Okay, first thing I did over the weekend, I got out one of my Temu kits and I made a little cat from the Temu kit. So I'll have to put the price up there of how much it cost me. I like the pattern. I haven't done it up yet in my own yarn to see how it would work up in worsted, but it's cute, and loaf cats are really hot now, so I'm happy with that. Then I had some yarn from a way back Temu order. A fluffy polyester yarn. I have to keep remembering my my posture here, because if I sort of slouch down, I go out of camera range. It's a very interesting setup today. Okay, I made this turtle. I had two skeins of Temu yarn. This pastel tie-dye, which is getting washed out with the lighting in here, and a tan that I used for the head and the flippers. Problem is, I ran out of both yarns. So the underside is a slightly different shade of brown, but it's a cute turtle. And we even got that little, oops, do I have it? No, there we go. We have this little smile. Then I got out another Temu kit. This one came in this bag that looks sort of wobbly. Wobbly? This was a DIY handicrafts pattern for little dinosaur. Same old, same old. There was also a book with crochet basics, and the instructions. The instructions are very good. They sent stitch markers, a crochet hook, a needle, a glue stick, because there's safety eyes. They just gave you the safety eye without the backings. And then they tell you, like, get your dinosaur all stuffed and sewed up and then put the eyes in. I put the eyes in before I finished the head and put safety eye backings on, because I just don't glue safety eyes on. That's not the way I roll. So, I mean, for clarity of the pattern and all that, yeah, I'd give that positive marks. But I didn't like the yarn for this one. This yarn was very splitty. And can you see? There's a little thing that's sticking out there. There's little bits. If one little bit of yarn split off and you didn't catch it and like redo that stitch, you end up with a little fluff, a little imperfection. So plus marks for the pattern. I wish that it would have gone just like 1 or 2 more bumps for the spine. I know I could have tried it on, ripped it out and done it again, but I didn't. I just left it as the pattern said. So the pattern itself got good marks. The materials were a bit like the stuffing. I didn't like the stuffing. The stuffing was all bumpy. So that was the dinosaur I made from that kit. Well, then let's try it out with my own yarn. The yarn gift that I got on Monday. Yeah, Monday. It was yesterday. Today's Tuesday, yes. I had picked up some sport weight yarn that was blue, green, and white. And I said, ooh, this would make a good dinosaur or a gecko or a dragon or something like that. There it is as a dinosaur. I used 2 strands together, and I made no attempt to color change the 2 skeins to keep the colors together, and it just worked up in cool little patterns all over the place. And then there was a skein of green yarn in that yarn gift that I thought went pretty well with it. So there is the dinosaur made up with my own materials. My own yarn, which was not splitty, and my own polyfill. The good stuff. And now I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, his one arm is off. He looks like he's getting ready to give somebody like a right hook. The arms are not sewed on even. Now that I look at them, like this one's higher than that one. And this one's more towards the belly than out of the side. You know why? Because it was like 10:30 at night when I was sewing this thing together. What am I going to learn, right? So then, I still had some of that blue and green and white yarn left over. Like a, I don't know, 1 ounce or so. I know, I could have just put it in my scrap bin, but I wanted to use it up. So I made an alien. This is a pattern by Yarns and Nobles. Her alien is a lighter green. It's on my summer bucket list to make it in glow-in-the-dark yarn. But I wanted to start out just making one just for fun. I wanted to try out the pattern before I use the glow-in-the-dark yarn because glow-in-the-dark yarn is sort of pricey. My husband says I probably should put like green or yellow, bright yellow eyes on this so they would pop out more. But here's my little alien. So that's what I did with my Temu this week. I still have 1 more kit to make. And I probably have 10 or more skeins. I'll count them and put a little note up here. 10 or more skeins of yarn that I've gotten in previous Temu orders that I haven't gotten to using yet. So I'll get something done for next week from Temu stuff. But I'm going to go sit by my chair. Oh yeah, I said I was going to bring the laptop back here and enjoy the cool environment. The window AC unit says it's down to 65 in here. And it's probably about 75 or higher out in the rest of the house. And it's nice and dry in here. It's so muggy out there. Oh. My husband was working out in the garden for a bit, and he came in, he goes, you could only work out there for like half an hour, and you're done. You're just baked. Can't take it anymore. So we're not used to this in Buffalo. We're not used to like record heat. No. Doesn't usually get this hot. So I'm keeping cool. I've got a fan next to my chair so I can play with yarn. Although I can play with yarn back here. I could just bring my yarn back here. It's extremely portable. I toyed with the idea. I'm currently working on a knit hat for the Mystery Yarn Challenge 624. And I toyed with the idea of bringing that and like knitting, but probably a good thing I didn't, because I'd have to be holding it up like this and my arms would get sore. I couldn't find the tripod, so I've got 3 totes stacked and then a box on top of the tote with a little phone holder on there. So this is a very low-tech arrangement, and I didn't have a lot of different angles. Like at first I tried putting the phone right on top of the totes. That didn't work. I tried putting it on top of a tissue box. That didn't work. You know, sometimes I was like this. Sometimes I was like, you know. So I finally got it reasonable. So I don't know. Maybe we'll be back to the other format tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to get cooler, but I could deal with the temperature in the craft room for like 15 or 20 minutes to make a video. I don't need to be such a wimp about this, but it's just, I cooled this room off and I'm going to enjoy it, right? And it's almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I think. Yes, it's almost 1 o'clock. And I'm still working on my iced coffee from breakfast. That's it. What do I have on the agenda? I will look at my lists. I'll look at my June list. I know I need to start a fish for the Ami Book Challenge. I have a few more knit projects that I need to make for Lori's Mystery Yarn Challenge 624. I want to make chicken on a swing, duck on a swing, you know, churn a few more of those out. So that might be what I'll work on today. I'm also working on a little mushroom guy, because cleaning up around my chair, there was a little cake of variegated yarn. And I was like, okay, what do I do with this? What patterns have I made that only use about 2 ounces of yarn and look good and variegated? And I thought, a little mushroom boy. So I have that started. I think I'm almost up to the neck on him. So I'll probably finish him today, work a little bit more on the knit hat, and maybe I'll do a random number generator or put my remaining projects onto a wheel and do a spin and see what comes up next. Or maybe I'll just work on something I really want to work on, like birds on the swing. Oh yes, I need to edit the video from Sunday when I showed you the bird on the swing and get the links into there, because so many people were commenting on how cute the birds are and they really like the birds. So I need to get the description completed so that you have the pattern link. I'll get to that today. I will, I promise. So bye-bye. I'm gonna go get the laptop and get some stuff done.